Hey, and on this episode, we're going to talk about...
Stop. Why are you dressed like that?
Oh, well, with all the nice weather we've been having lately, including the nice weather you've been having, I figured it was time to go bike riding.
Oh, see, I thought you were dressing like a superhero because, Marvel's creating a body positive superhero.
Body positive? That's awesome. Then I don't need to work out. I can just dress the part.
Yeah, sure. Go with that.
Well, I will. And I feel so optimistic. I think we're going to talk about all the wonderful things that are going on planet Earth.
Hey, and don't forget the new Netflix series, Our Planet.
Welcome to What Happened to the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show and a podcast.
And we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today. And what we've noticed is going on in the world today, that it's time for me to start working out again.
Yes.
And Scott has another plant. Man, things are just growing like crazy in the Midwest.
Well, what's really cool, I don't know I think it's probably going to get cut off, but right behind that flower is also the first tree that is growing with fresh little leaves on it.
I don't even see a tree, but okay. I barely see the flower.
This is the flower. This is a tree, right?
Yeah, that's gone. That's gone. That won't be on
it won't be on the screen. So sorry, folks.
I was realizing look, you can see all my screens in these glasses.
Yes.
That's a lot of screens.
It's a lot of screens.
That's a lot of screens. Okay, so bad dad jokes.
Okay, we could use those today.
But I can't see them. So
perfect.
So there you go. Oh, I cut my finger chopping cheese, but I think I have a grater problem. Grater.
Yeah.
I don't like relationships. I get seasick. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have eaten that seafood because I'm feeling a little eel. Guy walks into a bar with a newt on his shoulder. Goes, hey, what's your newt's name? And he goes, it's Tiny. Tiny? Why'd you call him that? Because he's minute.
Right. See, now that is a joke versus the other ones were riddles.
Okay. Whatever, dude.
The joke is when you tell a funny story. A riddle is when you make it a question that's supposed to be answered.
Okay.
See, I do know a few things.
So if you were to pretend you had kids, you'd be a faux pas?
Exactly.
Because you don't have any kids?
Just remember, to the best of my knowledge, I have no children.
To the best of your knowledge. Ooh, yeah.
So
all right.
All right. Now, does anybody curious why Steve looks like a superhero?
I just thought it's because I was trying to get in shape because I want my body to be better.
Okay.
But apparently I don't have to.
That is correct. Because Marvel Studios might be announcing a body positive hero soon. That is on the grapevine.
On the grapevine?
Yes.
Food related grapevine?
Of course. Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige says a superhero with a less than perfect physique could reach the Marvel Cinematic Universe sooner than you think.
Yeah, so one of the things they have in here is Big Bertha, plus-size model, formerly known as Ashley Crawford, changed her legal name to Bertha for a more consistent personal brand, has the power to manipulate her size at will. Okay, so if she can manipulate her size, that's not really body positive. That's kind of like the Incredible Hulk, though, right?
Yes, he goes from
Marvel should do all their advertising on the Incredible Hulk because the Incredible Hulk is a giant banner. Yeah, I did that one already.
Yeah.
It just fit again. They have podcasts. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Comic Book Nation has a podcast, but I don't care.
So, but anyway, they're hoping that audiences around the world will respond to it as the same way they did to Steve Rogers. Whether they, because if you remember, he started out as a little scrawny dude, and then he turned into beefy dude.
Right, but what about Shanghai? Shanghai is the Asian American superhero.
Yes.
So, they're trying to appeal to real people. Wow. And Black Panther, that was a fortune.
Yes, and it was
Wakanda forever.
It was also one of the first Marvel films that was featuring a mostly black cast.
Yeah, you could say predominantly.
Predominantly. That's right. I like that. And you didn't even have to spell that one.
I can't spell it.
IT.
Does that mean you're expert at domination? Pro-dominate? Never mind. Captain Marvel was also, wasn't that their first female lead?
Yes, because Wonder Woman is the other.
Right, but that's not Marvel, right? Wonder Woman's not Marvel?
I'm trying to think. Did they have a female lead on any of theirs? I don't think so. I think you're correct. I mean, they've had some serious power females, but I don't think any of them were the lead.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all good. So cool.
Yeah, it has potential. I'm looking forward to it because now maybe, just maybe, my friends in the business will get me a bit part as a positive dude.
Yeah, they still got to make you work out and lose weight. That's how it works.
I know. Well, something that I think I mentioned earlier, and we didn't talk about it in the show. As a matter of fact, 3 more days is my DOT physical. And last week I had my actual lab work done. They do the blood labs, the urine test, and all that kind of good stuff for the DOT. And I got on the scale, and I've lost 21 pounds since Christmas.
Very good.
So that was kind of a surprise. Well, sort of.
Okay, so I've been meaning to ask. I've heard a lot of people have shunts. That's correct pronunciation. Stents.
Yes.
What the hell is a stent? Why do you have to have it? How do they put it in?
When you have a clogged artery, and mine was at 75% clogged, going in through the groin with a really long wire with a balloon on the end of it and a spring. They push the balloon into the area that's clogged. They inflate the balloon to squish the plaque. Then they slide a miniature slinky into where that area is, and it holds your artery open so it's no longer blocked. That's a generic way of saying it.
Oh, so instead of scraping it out with the little slinky,
right,
they just squeeze it down and push it open and make the vessel bigger.
Correct.
And then and that keeps it open. So the stent it relieves narrowing and blockages by.
The reason they do that is
it's kind of like a breathe right nasal strip on the outside of your nose, but
pretty much right. What they found out is that there was too many complications with the scraping feature because your artery walls are technically really thin.
They're thin. Yeah, you just scrape right through.
Yep. I mean, they're very flexible. So by expanding the balloon, it's stretched without any problem. And then you put the stent in there and it keeps it in place.
Got it. Cool.
So, but apparently, since I had that problem, every 2 years I have to do a $2,000 stress test to keep my driver's license.
Every 2 years you have to do the stress test?
Every 2 years I have to do the stress test.
But you have to do the DOT physical every year.
Every year.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Funsy.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So. Okay. I'm tired again. No oxygen here at the altitude. All right, so where are we at now? Let's talk about
genuine positivity message.
Genuine positivity message. And this episode, Genuine Positivity Message, is written by none other than our very own Funguy the Entertainer. Funguy the Entertainer, welcome to our show, and take it away.
Thank you, Steve. Some people, like myself, are optimistic by nature. Others are pessimistic. Optimists find it easier to be positive, but even pessimists can do so with a little more effort. So make the effort, and who knows, you just might start being more optimistic.
Thank you, Funguy the Entertainer. I am optimistic. I am cautiously optimistic that will go over well.
Yay.
All right. So speaking of Earth optimism, Netflix has a new series, but is it new really? Our Planet, or has it been around for a while?
I don't know.
There are some.
Our planet's been around a long time.
No, but the series Our Planet. I'm trying to think of, like, discover the story of one place we call home, Our Planet. Groundbreaking Netflix original. Wait. What is it doing? It's skipping ahead, and I can explore the globe. Stop. Okay, I can't read that sign. Netflix original documentary series. Take action. Discover what you want to help save our planet. Explore. Okay, where? Discover. Okay, great. Hello. Where are the?
I found out that this is a 4-year collaboration between Netflix, Silverback Films, and WWF.
Oh, I love the WWF.
No, that's the WWE.
Oh, I love them too.
Okay. Anyway, the WWF.
No, WWF is the Panda one, the Worldwide Federation. No.
Yes. No, it's one of the world's largest and most respected conservation organizations. WWF has ensured that the show Our Planet is supported by the latest science and showcases the most pressing challenges and solutions facing our natural world.
Well, WWF, what is it? Worldwide Future? What does it stand for?
See it, and here's what's weird. It says what it about WWF. It doesn't say that.
WWF, World Wildlife Fund. Dang it, I knew that.
There we go.
World Wildlife Fund.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's what it originally stood for. In 1986, WWF realized that its name no longer reflected its scope of activities and changed it to the Worldwide Fund. So it used to be the World Wildlife Fund. Now it's just the Worldwide Fund. Because they just spend their money on anything worldwide. There you go.
That's right.
They're the Worldwide Fund. So fund them worldwidely. So Our Planet, now starring on Netflix.
Now, the thing is, the reason I chose this is because I wanted to do an entire show, because we try to be positive all the time. This entire show is about positivity. And even though we're hearing about climate change and the severe weathers and the flooding and tsunamis and all the stuff that's going on, which is all negative, there is a lot of good things happening. They've created an idea called pop-up wetlands. They're popping up all over the place, literally, which is a new habitat for migrating shorebirds. Because a lot of these things during these bad things that have happened have destroyed their natural habitats.
That's crazy.
California's Central Valley has flocks of 20 to 40 million waterfowl. But today the flocks are down to, about 90%.
Wow. That's crazy.
So, and now they've also got a big program where they're using technology to save the Indonesian rainforest.
Cool.
One of the biggest problems that they have is a lot of the locals out there, the only way they can make money is to chop stuff down and sell it and stuff like that.
Right. Well, they're saying that the reason that these new diseases are coming out is because of the fact that we're destroying the rainforest, and that some of these diseases have been sitting back there and no humans have been there before. So now they're going in there finding these diseases that we haven't been in contact with before and bringing them out.
But they're using acoustic recordings to help learn about the gibbons and the hornbills and stuff that are living there. And they're using satellite imaging to actually record the different species living and communicating with each other.
Cool. All right. So here's something I saw in here too. We talked about, different animals and stuff like that. Did you see this down on the page where there are turtle dogs?
Yes.
There are dogs, spaniels, protecting turtles. How does that work?
Rare turtles. Well,
yeah. Ornate box turtles.
There are 4 female Boykin Spaniels that are specially trained to sniff out and retrieve these turtles. The conservation dogs help scientists monitor and protect these rare reptiles in their native prairie habitat.
Which is in central Illinois, not far from you.
They found 16 turtles so far. Unfortunately, the progress has come to a halt because the field assistants found the remains of something that might once have been a bison.
So what? They've stopped to investigate this bison?
Now, here's what I don't understand. Now, this is not from the normal channel that you always complain about the writing, but unfortunately, progress has come to a halt because the field assistants found the remains of something that might once have been a bison, and now they're rolling in it with glee. What?
Yeah, they're rolling in the bison. Yeah, that's just like my joke.
Yes. And here's another thing. Saving sea cucumbers helps improve people's lives.
Sea cucumbers are cool, but how does that improve people's lives? I've actually seen them when I've been scuba diving. Have you ever seen them?
Yes. Sea cucumbers are an incredibly important source of income for rural people in Papua New Guinea. But catastrophic overfishing has forced the country to close their fisheries for nearly a decade, causing great hardship among the rural communities. Now the harvest has resumed because they managed to bring the sustainability up, which is exactly perfect.
So they can now harvest sea cucumbers again?
Yes.
For what?
They use it for medicinal purposes.
All right.
They're not cucumbers like we grow in our gardens here. No. But yeah, they're actually kind of interesting looking. They look like giant.
Used for soups and other dishes, considered a delicacy in Asia. Sea cucumber is used traditionally Chinese medicine to treat fatigue, impotence, constipation, frequent urination, and joint pain. Well, that's a little bit of everything.
Yep.
Like a wonder drug. It's also a rich. It's also a rich source of chondroitin sulfate.
Yes.
Common use for arthritis. Dang, cucumber's important. All right, well, there you go.
How are we doing on time? Got a few more unless we're out of time.
We got plenty of time. What do you got?
Okay. Aquaculture is becoming huge. It could be conservation's secret weapon. A lot of people say that a lot of the original scientific community thought it would be a huge environmental risk because if poorly managed, it could pose a serious threat to the surrounding ecosystem. However,
that's because, like anything, when you're introducing something that's not native to.
Yeah, invasive species have wreaked havoc throughout history.
Right.
The Asian beetle problem that we have here in the Midwest.
Right.
They brought them in here to kill something else, but nothing kills them. So now there's a bazillion of them.
Right. Just like all the crocodiles, alligators in the sewers in New York from everybody bringing them back from Florida.
You mean the crocodigators?
Yeah, those things.
Yes. So, but the thing that's interesting is they've decided that because wild fish stocks cannot support the demand for seafood, there has got to be a better way to feed people without further depleting the oceans. So they have started to work with actual scientists to make this not a liability and to make it a valuable tool for conservation.
That's cool. So, all right. Well, let's move on to our phrase origin story. And I don't think you should do this on the subject that we've just been talking about. You should not turn a blind eye.
Ah, yes, that's true. Which means a willful refusal to acknowledge a particular reality.
Really?
Really.
Where'd it come from?
All right. The phrase dates back to a legendary chapter in the career of the British naval hero Horatio Nelson. During 1801's Battle of Copenhagen, Nelson's ships were pitted against the large Danish-Norwegian fleet. When his more conservative superior officer flagged him to withdraw, the one-eyed Nelson supposedly brought his telescope to his bad eye and blithely proclaimed, "I really do not see the signal." And then he went on to score a decisive victory. Of course, some historians have since dismissed Nelson's famous quip as merely a battlefield myth, but of course the phrase "turn a blind eye" persists to this day.
So I got a bad dad joke about going into a bar with a dog. Two guys are out on the street and they want to get their dogs into the bar, and they can't get their dog into the bar because it says no pets allowed. He goes, hey, follow my lead. Guy walks in. The guy says, hey, can't have a dog in here. Hey, don't worry. It's a seeing eye dog. Guy goes, oh, okay, go ahead. Next guy walks up and goes, hey, I'm blind. I got a seeing eye dog. Guy goes, that's not a seeing eye dog. That's a Chihuahua. The guy goes, what? They gave me a Chihuahua? All right, go on.
I heard it differently than that.
Yeah, well, I probably said it differently.
Because the third guy comes in and he goes, I have a hearing eye dog, or I have a hearing, something like a hearing eye dog.
Leave the jokes to the professionals, would you?
Yeah. Wait. You're a
So,
professional?
Helen Keller.
Who's paying you?
Helen Keller. Why did Helen Keller's dog pee on her leg? Because he was blind too. Hey. Okay. With that, I want to say thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision.
Bad dad jokes, bad life decision. Please subscribe, watch our other shows and channels. Go to whathappened.world right down there. You can come bike riding with me. Send me a message. We'll go bike riding. But check out Funguy The Entertainer Cooks for You. Check out our podcast. Just connect with all our social media there. Send us messages there. Come out and visit me. Go to a show with me in Vegas. But with that, I want you to live every day, and we'll see you at the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.